Welcome to Everything Explained. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the modern Silk Road. You've heard the phrase Belt and Road, one belt, one road, but what's really going on? Why are so many countries signing on? And what does it mean for trade, power, and everyday life? Let's break it down. First, the big idea. China has grown fast in recent decades, but its factories still need markets, energy, and corridors to bring goods to people around the world. At the same time, many countries want better roads, rails, ports, and energy lines, but don't have the money to pay for them. The Silk Road Initiative is a way to combine those needs. It borrows the ancient Silk Road name to suggest a return to old trade routes. But this is a modern, state-led program. It's less about a single trip than a long, multi-country project. How does it actually work? Think of it as a grand shopping list of projects funded and built with Chinese money and know-how. The backbone is a network of roads, railways, ports, pipelines, and power lines. The financing comes from Chinese banks and official funds. Some loans are issued to governments, others go to state companies. There's often a mix of public money and investment, sometimes with Chinese companies building the projects. The goal is to create faster trade routes and to bring energy and goods closer to markets. In practice, a corridor is planned, money is arranged, a project is built over several years. Let's look at a few big examples to make it real. CPEC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, connects western China with Gwadar Port, giving Pakistan a new route for trade and energy. In Europe, the Budapest-Belgrade railway line is designed to cut travel time and bring goods into the European Union more quickly. The Greek port of Piraeus has drawn a lot of attention. A former state asset now managed by a Chinese company, serving as a hub for ships crossing into the Mediterranean. In Africa, the standard gauge railway from Mombasa to Nairobi opened up trade in East Africa. In Sri Lanka, the Hambantota port and the nearby Colombo Port City project are often cited as examples of how the program mixes infrastructure with urban development. There are also digital projects, fiber optic cables, data centers, and new telecom links as part of the so-called Digital Silk Road. Not everyone sees this as progress. Critics point to debt risk. Some countries borrow large sums and struggle to repay if growth slows. Critics also worry about transparency, how projects are chosen, who benefits, and whether labor and environmental standards are kept. Supporters say the program fills gaps when other funding is scarce, creates jobs, and helps connect markets that were hard to reach. The truth is nuanced. Some projects spark real growth, others run into problems. The real question is long-term influence and how much control the host country really has over the projects and their costs. Beyond bricks and mortar, the Silk Road reshapes rules and relationships. It pushes for new standards in trade, finance, and even digital data. The Digital Silk Road part aims to expand 5G, fiber, and e-commerce networks, moving more data and more money across borders. It's also a political project, building friendships, dependencies, and channels for cooperation that can last for decades. Going forward, keep an eye on debt management, local benefits, environmental safeguards, and how other countries respond. Some projects will pay off, others may face headwinds. The Silk Road isn't a single thing with a single result. It's a vast bundle of deals, each with its own risks and rewards. So, what's behind the modern Silk Road? It's a bold effort to build a global trading web, better routes, bigger markets, and a new layer of economic and political ties. It's about moving goods and ideas faster, yes, but also about reshaping who holds influence in a changing world. The outcomes will vary from place to place, project to project, with both opportunities and trade-offs. The Silk Road of today isn't a single road. It's a growing network that will keep evolving as countries sign deals, banks lend money, and technologies advance. Where it goes from here will depend on balance, speed with sustainability, openness with accountability, and the choices we make about trade and trust.